Talk Time with Abby and Kelly.
Today we will be outlining 5 major events about informal protests.
We will be discussing 5 topics from each century for our purpose.
Let's begin. First up, we will be talking about the Boston Tea Party.
It all began with tea.
The colonists were upset with England because they had formed a monopoly with British tea. Parliament had passed the law on the American colonists called the Tea Act.
What is the Tea Act?
This Tea Act taxed American tea more than British tea. It also caused many American tea companies to go out of business because they could not afford this new tax.
Oh, and the colonists were upset because they passed the law without consulting them, also known as taxation without representation.
Exactly. So, as a form of protest, they decided to not just throw tea into the Boston Harbor, but to dump the tea into the Boston Harbor.
That's why it's called the Boston Tea Party. Next on our stop, we will be going to 1860 for when Abraham Lincoln was elected president.
Wait, I thought we were talking about informal protests here. Who would protest that? I thought Abraham Lincoln was a good president.
Well, the South participated in the protest by seceding one by one.
Wait, so how does that make it informal?
Many did not believe that this was allowed. Lincoln himself did not recognize the secession.
So, Lincoln was being protested as president. Why?
Lincoln led a presidency of containing slavery where it already existed.
So, Lincoln was a member of the Republican Party, right?
Yes.
And they were against slavery?
Yes.
Fascinating. Our third topic of the day will be about the Civil Rights Movement.
Oh, I know about that. Wasn't Martin Luther King Jr. a big part of that?
Yes, he was. But a lot of his protests were within the law. Do you remember Malcolm X?
Yes, he was an activist for the Black nationalist movement, wasn't he?
He was. He strongly encouraged a lot of the African Americans to fight back against white aggression.
Oh, so a lot of the protests he led were illegal.
Exactly.
Ah, that makes more sense. Were there any efforts to try to stop him?
Oh yes, there were. Malcolm X was jailed multiple times, but on the bright side, he formed multiple organizations to free his people.
Ah, so as he predicted, he was more influential in death than life. How dark.
Indeed.
Fourth topic is all about the anti-war movement.
I know what that is. Anti-war movements occur when a large group of people oppose the government's plan to begin war with another country, right?
Yes, specifically, this occurred around the mid-1960s during the Vietnam War. Many people were very upset over this because they didn't see an end to the war. U.S. citizens believed the government was wasting resources and money. This is when the informal protests began.
So, what did these protests look like?
It started off with armbands and strong opinions. These peace activists and left intellectuals on college campuses later gained national attention through teach-ins, peace movements, and drug movements.
Interesting. Our fifth and final topic of the day discusses social media and technology in today's world.
Oh, today's world is totally focused around social media and technology. There's got to be a way to have informal protests.
Well, there are many ways that you can have informal protests. You can plan organizations, you can make petitions, you can do all that sort of stuff. It's pretty easy and useful to do.
Oh, okay. It can also encourage political participation for both Democratic and Republican parties.
Exactly.
Fascinating. Today we discussed 5 topics: Boston Tea Party, the South secession, Civil Rights Movement, the anti-war movement, and today's actions that people can informally protest.
We hope you enjoyed our video.
Bye.
Bye.